Coconut water is killing you. Or at least that's what this TikTok doctor is trying to tell people.
Here's why you should never drink coconut water. It is high in something called deuterium. Now, the deuterium content of seawater is 155 parts per million. Coconut water is also 155 parts per million of deuterium.
We need more incorrect buzzers. You know, she had one in her video. I need to add some to mine. So to cherry pick real quick, coconut water actually has one more part per million deuterium than seawater does, with that coming in at 155 parts per million of deuterium. So what is deuterium? Why is it a bad thing? I'll let the doctor explain that.
Which is heavy hydrogen. It slows down your mitochondrial health, slows down your energy production. And this is especially bad if you never go out into natural sunlight to help to metabolize that deuterium. So maybe it's okay in the tropics, but if you don't live in the tropics and you're not in the sun all day, don't drink that coconut water.
Don't drink that coconut water, guys. You're going to die. You're going to age faster. You're going to slow down. Your chemical processes in your body are going to slow. Your energy levels are going to drop. You're going to feel like shit. Obviously, this doc is a little off their rocker. And I say that because bottled water is 130 to 150 parts per million of deuterium. 6 parts per million of deuterium less than this coconut water right here. And only 5 parts per million deuterium less than seawater. And big surprise, water bottles actually have a higher chance of being lower in ppm of deuterium than your tap water, with tap water the average being 150 parts per million of deuterium. So big scare tactic right there, throwing in a science term and throwing parts per million around, being like, there's so much in it, you're gonna die quicker, it's gonna have all these adverse effects. And to those unfamiliar with coconut water or deuterium, they may take someone like this on TikTok just scrolling through at face value and take their word for it without doing any research of their own. And for me personally, I've only had coconut water a few times from the coconuts I've cracked open, and that's only been like 3 times probably in my entire life, and I'm 22. I saw that TikTok did some research I want to share with you guys throughout this video, and I wasn't as inclined to make this video until I went to Walmart the other day, and I saw like 3 or 4 people with coconut water in their buggies. They had boxes of them. They had these packs of just a ton of boxed coconut water, and they had some singles and stuff like this on the shelf. So I just picked up a single like this. And if you're wondering why my coconut water is pink, that's because the antioxidants found in coconut water, once they are exposed to oxygen, they will oxidize, and that usually gives them a little bit of pink color. And it can also occur when it's exposed to light or UV. So having this pink hue is completely normal. And now you guys are about to watch me in my career, because this is going to take away all my energy. I'm going to start aging faster. I don't know what's going to happen to me after the sip. I've never had anything like this, so I really hope this is at least similar to just straight up coconut water out of a coconut. That's similar, all right. Yep, I don't see how people are. I will say I do like stuff that's coconut flavored. And at first you're like, how the hell could you even have this as a meal, let alone by itself? Not a fan, so that's not gonna be in my routine. But if it's in yours, I got some more information to share with you. So now we debunked the deuterium scare tactic. Now yes, it is a little bit higher deuterium per parts per million, but more than likely, you're not having more than 2 of these a day. And for those that are already aware of the benefits of coconut water, you already know this has electrolytes in it. It's packed full of electrolytes. It's very good for athletes, or after a night out on the town, maybe you've been drinking a little bit and you need some electrolytes and kind of need to recover from it. This is a good go-to if you prefer this over a regular sports drink. However, this is extremely high in potassium. This little 16 fluid ounce bottle is over 1,000 milligrams of potassium, which is absolutely absurd for just a drink. Not to mention it's pretty high in calories for a water. Now this one's pretty good. I've seen some other ones that were like 220 calories for 16 fluid ounces. This one's coming in at 120, but usually those other ones, they add sugar. But to give it the benefit of the doubt, this one has 120 for 16 fluid ounces. So if you're grabbing something like this, you're good to go in the calorie department. But I always recommend you eat your calories and not drink them. It's not good to have a lot of empty calories coming in from your sodas or other beverages throughout your day, and you're missing out on a lot of the micro and macronutrients because you're drinking stuff instead of eating. And you know, you may be getting a little too much in from having those extra drinks, those extra calories coming in, and that may be why you're gaining a little bit more weight, or you can't seem to lose weight. So if you're not picking up a low calorie option, you know, you're having 2 a day, that's almost 500 calories. If it's the 220 calorie one, that's gonna add up, and just making this change can save you half of those calories. The daily value for potassium for men is 3,400 milligrams, while for women it's 2,600 milligrams. So if you're a female and you're having 2 of these a day, you're almost maxed out on your daily value of potassium. And now you may be wondering, so what, I went over my daily value of potassium, not a big deal. However, just to put in reference how high in potassium this is, A single banana is only 400 to 440 milligrams of potassium, while your average vitamin water or sports drink is about 150 milligrams of potassium. Nowhere near this amount. And now you may be having these at every meal. You may be having 3 up to 5 a day and be like, I feel fine, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. And that's because a healthy kidney can actually filter 5,000 to 6,000 milligrams of potassium daily. And over time, if you're loading your body to the max with anything, it doesn't have to just be potassium. Too much of a good thing is bad. If you're overloading your body, you're going to wind up putting more stress on your kidney because it's having to work overtime, which can lead to health problems down the road. Now, if you already have an underlying kidney problem, you may already experience some negative effects from having a high potassium intake. And for those individuals that are usually experiencing negative effects, and for being in a really high potassium state, is often given the term hyperkalemia. And some of the symptoms that come from hyperkalemia is nausea and vomiting because your body is in such a state of high potassium. It's trying to get rid of the potassium. It's trying to ensure that no more potassium is coming in because it needs more time to filter what it already has. Individuals may also experience muscle weakness or numbness, heart palpitations, chest pain, diarrhea, arrhythmia, and abdominal pain. And sometimes people will even call coconut water as a mild laxative because they often find themselves frequent in the bathroom after having a couple of these. And it's not necessarily just because you're drinking coconut water, as it is the high potassium found within it. And for individuals that go to the gym experiencing muscle weakness or muscle fatigue, having to go to the bathroom frequently, and having an irregular heartbeat or arrhythmia can really disrupt your workouts, but also can lead up to bigger health complications if you don't understand what's actually causing the problem. So if you're an athlete or you think you need more potassium in your diet, I recommend grabbing a different sports drink, something that's lower potassium. You just feel like you just need a little bit for that day. Or maybe if you're experiencing cramps a little bit more than usual, maybe add a banana to your oatmeal before you go work out for your pre-workout meal, or add a banana after your workout if you find yourself cramping up right before bed. And be sure you're just getting enough water in, because usually cramps can be avoided altogether if your sodium and your water intake are on point. Next time you hear something on social media, do your due diligence to make sure that the information you heard and believe is correct by just doing a quick Google search or searching up some medical papers. I mean, if you're gonna make a lifestyle change, ensure that the information you have that you're basing that change on is accurate and isn't just someone else's fabrication due to ulterior motives or their accidental misinformation that they've just continued to spread. So in conclusion, enjoy your coconut water in moderation, and I hope you guys have a good morning and a good night whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next one.